I find myself struggling to sleep at night because I can't stop thinking about the Tree of Life Synagogue massacre that killed 11 in a community where I grew up in Pittsburgh. People were afraid to go to Jewish delis. People were afraid to go to synagogue. They thought we were prime targets. The fear. I've never seen anything like it, and the horror of people that lost loved ones. The shooter said he wanted to kill them because they were helping immigrants come to this country through their work with the Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society. There's a lot we don't know about the shooter, Richard Bowers, but what we do know is that he was a long-haul truck driver working non-union. He was making very little money, and on those long truck rides, he loved right-wing talk radio. Right-wing talk radio offered Bowers an excuse for his own financial struggles. He pointed the finger at immigrants. And on the morning of October 27th, he walked into the Tree of Life Synagogue and he murdered 11 people with an AR-15, 11 Jews. As a labor reporter, I can't help but wonder, what if he had better alternatives? What if he was able to turn on the radio and hear voices like him talking about economic problems with voices that sounded nothing like him? Maybe not even talking in the same language, maybe talking through a translator. What if he had labor reporting that he was able to access that maybe challenged him to think how he could work across racial lines? That type of labor reporting doesn't exist in the mainstream media. None of the publications in Western Pennsylvania where I live even have a full-time labor reporter. With the assistance of the University of Pennsylvania-Rutger's Joint Media Inequality and Change Center, Payday Report intends to start raising money for a new fund to solve these problems. The Jewish Yinzer Fund for Immigrant and Racial Justice Labor Reporting. Many publications don't know how to do their own investigative labor reporting, but I'm a veteran labor reporter. I spent more than a decade on the labor beat, following more than 800 stories from 40 states, as well as covering the drug war in Brazil. I know what labor reporting can do in news deserts in terms of getting other organizations to follow their lead. And with the Jewish Yinzer Fund for Immigrant and Racial Justice Labor Reporting, we're going to go into news deserts like here in Western PA, and we're going to shake things up. We've gone after the Qualcomm Foundation, based right here in Western Pennsylvania. We released a story exposing how they were sponsoring the Pittsburgh downtown holiday market. And we're sending a message to the funders of hate that either you remove your name or you have no place in the city of Pittsburgh. So we intend to go after anti-immigrant hate groups, but we intend to also show how people can organize across racial lines. We're a publication that's been all over the South. We spent 2 years in the South showing what the mainstream media was missing, and during the teacher strikes we were validated in that belief. So it's up to us, as rank and file workers, as readers, as media workers, to help build this new system. We're going to rebuild the labor press the same way we built the digital media unionization movement, one conversation, one worker at a time. It's not going to be easy. It's going to require a lot of nights out talking to folks, a lot of nights out spreading the word about why we need a new labor press. But we must do it if we're ever going to prevent another massacre like what occurred at Tree of Life. We owe it to those that died to rebuild the labor press.